I notice on news I'm getting from Japanese TV that there have been a lot of attacks on human beings by bears in Japan, and that these attacks have stepped up markedly from previous years when these attacks have occurred. Suddenly, the attacks are becoming so numerous and worrisome that the Japanese are taking notice of these bear attacks in ways, I guess, that they haven't before. And it looks like, I heard one man saying that to get control of the bear problem there, it's going to take a long-range strategy of dealing with those bears. Now, if you were a religious person in the Western world, okay, I don't know how the Japanese would interpret any spiritual messages they might get from this phenomenon, but if you were religious in the Western world and you wanted to look at what was happening there in terms of a message from that identity people often refer to as God, you might say that the message there is that the bear as a wild animal is instinctively an adversary, let's call it, to human beings in the struggle for survival. And now, if you were me, you might say that in line with what I've been saying, that people, men and women, have instinctively responded to me in ways that have been harmful to me, then you might say that the message from a metaphysical being that people in the West would call God might be that, hey, I'm telling you over in Japan and around the world that what this man in the Washington, D.C. area is saying about himself is true. He's saying that instinctively he's being rejected. And I'm showing you by the increase in these bear attacks that he's right. And well, the identity of this man who lives in the Washington, D.C. area, who's been saying this about himself, is closely allied to a school whose animal emblem, if you will, is a bear. And this school has been absolutely important to the identity of this man who's been making these claims about the instinctive response that's landed him in an awful life that he calls over 40 years of solitary confinement. So I'm not saying that is my interpretation. I'm saying, as somebody with a scientific mind who's going to consider reality from every perspective that might be helpful to me, that is a possible interpretation of the increase in bear attacks in Japan. If you want to look at that as a message from that metaphysical identity that in the Western world people refer to as God. And once again, I'm not saying that that is my view. I'm just saying that's a possible interpretation of what's been going on with these bear attacks. Today is the 11th of June, 2026, and right now it's almost 3 o'clock p.m.